Hi, I'm John,
And I'm Vicky.
and welcome to the news at 9 a.m. UTC. It's currently 12 o'clock in the afternoon in Moscow. So let's get into the HODLNOTS weekly warm-up and look at some of the crypto headlines over the last few days. Michael Saylor, always in the news, says, I'm getting more bullish on a $13 million price forecast for Bitcoin. And we're here to give you more bullish news headlines.
Yes. So baby boomers worth 79 trillion are finally getting on board with Bitcoin. Wealthier and highly financially literate baby boomers are having a big impact on Bitcoin markets, but the majority, unfortunately, are still skeptical.
Being about skeptical, President Trump, he is touting his meme coin, the Trump coin, as a sentiment gauge, as $520 million worth of his token are unlocking soon, I think on the 1st of July. Trump seems to recognize that his official meme coin, Trump, is down from 85% as of January, from its all-time high, as a tool that measures public sentiment.
And speaking of public sentiment and the feud that is going on, so Bitcoin remains above 105,000K as Trump threatens Elon Musk in a high profile feud, showing crypto's resilience amid political drama and rising market tensions.
Speaking about resilience, so we head over to Japan. A lot of you might have heard of Metaplanets. They're looking to buy 91,000 more Bitcoin in the next 18 months. So their plan is to hold 100,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2026, revising their old strategy from 21,000, ironic, and issuing shares to accelerate its Bitcoin treasury strategy. And there are more and more companies and countries globally that are starting to add Bitcoin to their balance sheets. Bullish.
And Russia is one of them. So Russia's largest bank, Zibur, offers up Bitcoin-linked bonds. So Russia's largest commercial bank, Zibur, launched a Bitcoin-linked bond product that's now trading on the over-the-counter markets and may soon be listed on the country's top stock exchange.
That's quite big. Now, heading over a little bit south of that, we head to the subcontinent over to Pakistan. So, Pakistan has announced that they will be adopting a strategic Bitcoin reserve as well, and that is from their Minister of State for Crypto and Blockchain, Bilal bin Saqib. They have made history as having their country's first government-led Bitcoin reserve, and they have ambitious plans to embrace Bitcoin, blockchain, and AI-powered infrastructure. Now, another country as well, a little bit further to the east, South Korea. They've been in the news of late. They've just elected their first pro-crypto candidate as president of the country, Lee Jae-myung, and has plans to enable the state pension fund to invest in crypto, approve Bitcoin ETFs, and launch a Korean won-backed stablecoin. Interesting times.
They are interesting times for a lot of countries because as we go back to the West, Romania's postal service installs its first Bitcoin ATM. So installing Bitcoin ATMs inside post office locations is part of a broader push to modernize Romania's postal service with digital tech. And even farther now back to the east. So Australia is now the third largest hub for crypto ATMs. And Coin ATM radar data shows Australia currently has about 1,819 ATMs, up from 67 in 2022. So a huge jump in crypto ATMs. And on a related note, Uber CEO says Bitcoin is a proven commodity, and soon you'll be able to pay for your ride shares in Bitcoin.
Wow. All right. Moving on from the crypto news, Vicky has the next segment.
I do. So over there, near John, we have the Fear and Greed Index. Now, the Fear and Greed Index today is fairly neutral, meaning the approach towards crypto trading, either cautiously or optimistically, is about equal. Now, if you don't know what the Fear and Greed Index is, and to learn more about how it's calculated, please tune in to the HODLNOTS Happy Hour Hangout, which is this Wednesday at 11 a.m. UTC.
We'll be so much more in depth on a lot of these topics, so do join us. Now, speaking
Yeah.
about the Fear and Greed Index, what's there to fear when you have the tools? So, for those of you who are not on this call and watching the recording, you may recognize a fair bit of this as well. So, having a look very quickly at the quick sentiment around what you can actually see with the data that is in front of you. This is old Bitcoin. Looking at the day chart. So, a lot of you know what these indicators mean and what they're telling you. There's a fair bit of confluence at the moment regarding a weakening of some downtrends. We're looking at the color of a cloud. We're looking at what's happening with support. And if you bring the HODL fire into it as well, it's great to see that we have a pivot bottom on the day followed by that buy tag. All right, both of these indicators obviously on offer at HODLNOTS through bitcointaf.com, both through a live course as a standalone product, but we have calls around that. Speaking of, we'll mention a couple of those shortly. So having a quick look at what Bitcoin's doing, what do you guys think looking at this? We're finding some support. There's a pivot bottom in. We've had a look at some of the news in and around Bitcoin. We know that there are certain targets that or certain values that need to be breached before we can get to our next all-time high. But at the moment, things are looking a little bullish around things. But one of the big things that do influence whether the alts are going to run, which is what we here at HODLNOTS love more than anything else. This is the Bitcoin dominance. So at the moment, it's going a little sideways, a little bit iffy at the moment, but with all the news around countries and companies adopting Bitcoin, this is why we've seen Bitcoin dominance at all-time highs for quite some time. I wouldn't say all-time highs as an all-time, but what's been over the last couple of years. So at the moment, this is all quite high up. We're wanting to see this drop like we saw this back in the beginning of May, where we saw Bitcoin dominance drop and where all the altcoins ran. So at the moment, it seems to be going a little sideways, but if this starts falling, as a lot of you do know, we should see the alts run, and even though Bitcoin will continue to run, we want to see this drop so that the altcoins can indeed run some more. So that's just a quick look at the synopsis. Bitcoin's looking a little stable. Bitcoin dominance needs to come down a bit. So there is some potential for some good trades this week. We just want to see that dominance drop. Fix. What is happening this week?
Yes. Oh, yes. Teething problems. Okay. So just so everyone knows, there are a ton of calls on this week. We'll go through them. There's a large call today, Monday, 8 p.m. UTC. Then for those of you who are still doing the self-paced course and are in the den at the moment, don't forget we have a Tuesday call at 12 p.m. UTC and a Thursday call at 12 p.m. UTC, depending on what chapters and modules you are currently working on. We have the 4-H call, as previously mentioned. So the 4-H call, which is our happy hour hangout, is Wednesday, 11 a.m. UTC this week. And we will be probably going through a lot more of this. So what is the Fear and Greed Index? What is Bitcoin dominance? A little bit about the course that will be on Friday, our wrap up from Vegas, and more. So please do join us for that. We have our first HODL call if you're doing the 3M challenge, Wednesday, 8 p.m. UTC. We have a black bear call, which we haven't done in a while. So if you are a black bear, are there any black bear? Yes, there are a couple of black bears on the call today. So if you're a black bear call, there is a call Thursday, 7 a.m. UTC. Our second HODL call is Thursday, 8 a.m. UTC. And the course starts on Friday. So if you've missed any of these, because I went through them quite quickly, please be sure to have a look at the large calendar. Sorry, John,
There is one more.
being
It's
good.
the HODL
There's
Fire
one
call
more.
at 12 p.m. UTC
HODL
as well
file.
on Wednesday.
Sorry, I just skipped right over that one. Yes, that's an important one. So if you've missed any of those, be sure to have a look at the large calendar in the Certified Academy so you don't miss any of those.
Speaking about missing, now you might have noticed if you guys are following HODLNOTS on the socials, and I mean socials, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, we put out a post just a little short while ago. And if you feel like you've got a bit of FOMO, whether you're watching this live, well, you shouldn't have FOMO watching this live because you will have had the HODL Fire and you've done the course. But for those of you watching this recording and you are seeing and hearing what we've been talking about, all these great aspects, we do have our course starting on Friday. But if you'd like to win the HODL Fire for yourself and two friends, very simply, go and visit us on X, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You'll see the post out there. Follow the instructions, and we're going to draw on Thursday at 1 p.m. UTC. We're going to draw out one set of winners. All right, that's going to be collectively from X, Instagram, and Facebook. One set of winners who are going to win the HODL Fire each. So that's three people winning the HODL Fire for 30 days. Okay, so go check it out. Share the love, and remind everybody that the live course is also starting this week, Friday. All right, one last thing to share.
Yeah, just something to remember for the week ahead. So, if cauliflower can become pizza, you, my friends, can do anything.
Well, there we go. That should psych you all up if cauliflower can become pizza. Absolutely. You have the tools here at hodlnots.com or at Bitcoin Tap as well. You have everything at your disposal. And again, thank you for joining the news at 9 a.m. UTC. I'm John.
And I'm Vicky.
We'll see you guys later in the week and again next week, Monday at 9 a.m. UTC. Until next time, bye.